Alright, guys, welcome back to the second version of my podcast. I know I haven't put one out in a while. I've been very busy. I did the very first one about basketball, and then I got sent to the Bahamas for work. So it was kind of hard to do that with my YouTube channel and everything taken off. So I decided to do one now. It just hit me. I was kind of not doing anything. And I was going to talk a little bit about what happened in the Bahamas. Not exactly, the trip and how great it was before the hurricane, but the hurricane and after, up until what happened with the company, why I have quit. So hopefully I can squeeze this in 15 minutes. I probably can, but just bear with me. If you're interested. If not, that's okay. You can stay tuned for other good podcasts whenever I do them. But, going down there was great. It paid really good because we was in another country, so they had to pay us more than the normal pay. Great. We had a condo on the beach. Couldn't ask for more. It was great. And then the next thing a hurricane was coming. And they knew about it a couple days ahead of time. They was set out there for 5 or 6 days before it was coming in. And our company decided to buy tickets the last minute on Thursday night. Maybe it was Thursday afternoon after lunch, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere around in there. Maybe we got it at the end of the day. I can't remember, but I know it was after lunch Thursday. And everybody got there were 4 of us, and everybody got their emails saying they all got plane tickets. 2 guys got 12:30 flights, and me and another guy got a 7 o'clock flight for Friday. Mm-hmm. So I decided to go out that night and eat some dinner and everything. And my phone doesn't work, so I had no clue about anything. When I get back, I think I got back at like 8 o'clock. We were informed that me and the guy's flight for 7 o'clock was canceled. We could not figure out why it was canceled. It didn't say why it was canceled, but it was canceled. So the next morning, which was Friday, the storm was coming on Sunday. We all decided to get up and go to the airport extra early to try and get on standby flights. It's the best way off the island. There was only 3 planes going out that day. So we get there. The other 2 guys go and get their tickets. Me and the other guy gets on standby flights. The first plane that comes through was full. The second plane that went out was... they had a few standbys openings, and a few people got on there that was ahead of us on standbys, and that the guy I was with got on the standby flight. So that left me and the 2 guys with 12:30 tickets. Well, when 12:30 came, those 2 guys got on the plane. It was full. So me and 4 other people, 2 other Americans and Mexican descent, was all stuck. They said no more planes. They completely shut the airport down, pushed us out in the street, told us good luck. They didn't give us help with hotels. They didn't give us help with rental cars. They didn't do nothing. So luckily I had a contact. So I called my contact, this Bohemian. He told me, let's go. He come pick me up. We went and got the rental car back. I drove the rental car to the condo. He said, ask if I need anything. I said, I've got food in both condos for at least a week. He said, I'll get you some water. So the day before the storm, Saturday comes, they give me some water. So the storm comes Sunday night about 8 o'clock, about the time the power goes out at 10. But the storm started about 8. We got up to hurricane force, it started kicking in. And I got a message from my boss and the owner that there was a hurricane coming to hunker down. That was nice of them, I thought, They didn't call me when the plane got stuck. They didn't call me when I got stuck there, nothing. So they only contacted me Sunday night. So the storm lasted for 3 straight days. I mean, hurricane force to 100-mile-an-hour winds 3 straight days. It was absolutely miserable. No power, no communication. So I was basically lost for the 4th day almost. No one knew where I was at. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. The contact comes back and checks on me, and I said I'm okay. I could use a thing of water if you can get it, which he didn't. He wasn't able to get. And we called the company, and I told them I'm fine. Let my family know I'm fine. That was the only contact I had with them. We called them. So there was Wednesday night. I got a hold of everybody. I was able to get a message out to family and friends and told them all I was okay, which was good. So the company didn't check on me. I understand I didn't have no signal, so I could give them a break. So Thursday comes. Friday comes, no contact. My contact in the Bahamas happens to come get me and says, hey, there's a boat going out today. And I was like, no, I don't. Let's go try it. So me and him go to the yard. The boats were full. They were gone. There was no more boats until Sunday. So he said, I'm sorry. So he had to take me back to the condo. So Saturday comes along. I'm on my last can of raviolis. I'm almost completely out of food. I had help from locals, so I wasn't starving, but I was down to my last bottle of water. I mean, I was going 3 days with one bath, and there was no running water. There was no toilet water, so we filled the bathtub full of water. That was the only way we could flush toilets. I had to take a 1 gallon jug and put it out in the sun, let it heat up all day. That was my bath I got once every 3 days. But I was pretty much out of everything. So Sunday, they get me a ticket. I still ain't heard from the company. I mean, it's been a whole week I'm there, and they have not contacted me. I was really frustrated. So I get to the boat 2 hours early like you do on a plane, and it was mad hysteria. People shoving each other. I mean, it was barreling each other into the doors. I mean, people was rolling over each other. It was, I mean, people were fighting. They were trying to get off the island. Half the people had tickets. The other half the people didn't have tickets, and it was a mad dash. There was no structure. The Balearia was a good boat, but they had no plans what they was doing. So finally, I got snuck in one of the doors because they were saying anybody that had tickets already, boarding passes already on their phones could come in. So I got snuck in. The very last person that snuck in. It was pretty bad. So we were supposed to leave at 5. I got in the door at like 3:45, 4. Got in. I finally got on the boat at 5. We were supposed to be gone at 5. So from the video I just uploaded on YouTube just now, I mean exactly just a minute ago I uploaded it. They was unloading supplies, so we was waiting to go. It was like 6:37. We was already 2 hours late from departure, and then all of our luggage went back off the boat. They had already loaded it, but they took it off. We're like, why are you taking our luggage off the boat? So apparently, they decided before to let people on without visas if you had a good, clean criminal record. Well, they decided 2 hours after we were sitting there that America says we're not going to take anybody else unless you have a passport or a work visa. So we had to sit there and wait on them to kick half the people off the boat. Finally, we got going. This is a 3-hour boat ride normally. We had to go to another island, pick up American people. So it took 11 hours. So we get to Fort Lauderdale finally after 11 hours. We pull up the boat, like it shows on my video just uploaded. And there was 14 immigration trucks and people with guns, and we're just like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. So they come over the intercom, told everybody to sit in their seats. They're going to be checking passports. They were looking for one specific passenger. They kept saying his name. I couldn't film any of this. I didn't want to get my phone taken by the police. So finally, they found him. They arrested him, took him off. It was like 3 in the morning, so I mean, it was 11 straight hours when I finally walked off that boat and stepped foot in the United States again. It was insane. I mean, there was so much stress that day. I was up for 40 straight hours. I was so glad to be back in America. But the people just crying, and some people, there were stories of some people, a guy was behind me in the luggage check-in who got in the door, and his wife and kids were stuck outside the door because they shut the door behind them. I mean, it was just story after story after story. They was taking kids from people. I mean, you can look it up on YouTube or you can look it up on Google and search other news medias was down there filming this. It was insane. So I finally get home. I got to the airport at 4. The company did buy my plane tickets because I talked to them on Sunday and I said, look, I'm on a boat. I'm coming in. Get my plane tickets. So I hadn't talked to them for a week, and finally I talked to them. They got me the plane tickets. So I finally got home. I flew from Fort Lauderdale to Charlotte to Nashville. My mom come pick me up. And my mom informed me on the ride home that my brother emailed, Tuesday or Wednesday, emailed the company and said, hey, my brother's missing. Have you heard from him? All that other stuff. They emailed him back. If you guys know my YouTube, I was on the news. You know, the news media contacted me, and I did a video on there saying, you know, this is going to be the storm and stuff. If I'm stuck there, I might as well film. So they emailed my brother back. This is why I quit. And they said, he's not our responsibility. He decided to stay down there. Like I didn't get left off the plane. I chose to be there. So they put a clip of the video of me on the news, which I'm just talking about the storm coming up. Now, how is that me wanting to stay? I got stuck there. I tried to get on a plane. I sat in the airport all stinking day trying to get on a plane. So that's why they didn't contact me, and they didn't pay me, and I was not the responsibility. When I seen that email they sent to my brother after he thought I was dead, I cut ties with him right there. I'm not going to work for a company that's going to treat me like that. And it's going to send that to my brother saying, I'm not the responsibility. I chose to stay there. When none of that was the truth. They completely ruined that. So I'm not going back down there. I quit. I'm working for a new company now. I mean, they just screwed everything up. But, I mean, that's pretty much what happened, you know, from the storm on. You can go on my YouTube and watch the videos of the storm and things like that. I didn't get a chance to go out and get, like, storm damage or stories from people because I was told to stay in a condo. I snuck out a time or two to get on Wi-Fi so I could contact my family. But there was good stories, like my friend's brother Did 100 water rescues on a jet ski. I mean, there was different stories. I wanted to get audio or video for you guys on YouTube, and I couldn't get a hold of it. The Bahamian people was great. It was really nice the whole time I was there, storm or no storm. Even after the storm, I was taken care of. So if y'all can, get on those donations, that like the Buddy Hill donation I share, or Red Cross, or you can donate to my foundation, and I'll get stuff down there. They're great people. Great experience, even with the hurricane. Just hate that the company did that to me, because I wanted to go back down there because I liked it so much. But like I said, I'm not going to work for someone that treats me that way and treats my family that way. So now you guys know the story why I'm not there no more. The boat ride over, kind of what happened during the storm. If you want any more details like that, you can contact me, or I'll tell you in a message, or we can talk, or I might just make a video for YouTube. I don't know, but this is just my second podcast. I need to do more of these. I keep forgetting because I got so much going on with my social media and my GoFundMe. And don't forget, I'm giving $5,000 away on November 11th. I'm going to try and upload this in just a minute. I just uploaded the YouTube video, so I'm going to let that soak in a little bit. I might upload this podcast tomorrow, which is the day after fall. Today, right now, is the first day of fall. It's nighttime. It's like 7 o'clock Central Time, p.m. So I might let this wait for one more day. That way the YouTube video can get in there a little bit and let everybody soak in that. And I'm like 3,800 and something. So I'm under 200 watch hours to get to 4,000. So the Bahamas really helped. It boosted me. Like, I've been doing this over a year, and it's taken me a year to get to where I'm at. A long road. And in those 2 or 3 week span I was there, it boosted 25% of all of my time. All in a 2 or 3 week span. It was absolutely amazing, even though I was stuck. And I took advantage of the hurricane being there, so I filmed. It's not my fault. I didn't try to get stuck. I tried to go home. It's their fault for waiting too late to buy tickets and not contacting me while I was down there, and then sending my family a nasty email, which still ticks me off that they did that. Oh, sorry, I'm sinuses. But this is my second podcast. Like I said, Bahamas covered the best I can. I can tell some more stories. You guys message me if you listen to this, if you want me to do a podcast of different things like ghost stories or jokes, or I can do some of my stand-up. Just get a hold of me and message me. That's about it. I love everybody, and thanks for being here and being on my YouTube, The Flip Side of Mud, and being on my Facebook page, I'm the Mudman, and being on listening to my podcast. All right, everybody.